Well, we're in the bedroom today, baby. This is where the magic happens, you know, such as crying ourselves to sleep every night. Listen, today's gonna be a heart-to-heart. There's no gimmicks, there's no tricks, there's no do this to get that, all right? We're just on a journey together right now, right here, taking one step closer to finding the right one. A couple things to point out, just because the title says this is a low effort method does not mean I'm suggesting that you put in low effort once you actually have a girlfriend. In fact, that's gonna deter her. That relationship's gonna deteriorate if you do that. This isn't an ignore your girl and she's gonna like you more, all right? Look, this is the BluMaan channel. We've got some class and respect up in this space here on YouTube. With that said, let's talk a little bit about the psychology of girls and the mentality that you guys should consider when you're on your quest and on your search for that life partner. I wanna emphasize the life partner part, okay? This video is not about your summer love, your one night stand, anything that's like not serious. This is the serious stuff, okay? For those who are really looking for love, I guess. So let's get into it. All right, so what do I mean by low effort? It's pretty simple, really. It means allowing space for relationships to develop naturally while still obviously putting in the time with the girl that you like, which should be pretty easy and something that you look forward to if you do like said girl, but not trying to rush the situation or trying to force something too early. My first point is really, in my opinion, probably the most important, and that is understanding the value that a friendship foundation can bring to the table. Guys are way too scared of the friend zone. I actually think that the friend zone is more of a myth than an actual thing. Sure, I mean, if you simp long enough and the girl makes it super clear that you guys are only friends, then I mean, you're kind of stuck. But if that happens, it's on you to move on. If you move on and you're not pursuing that girl anymore, guess what? You're not in the friend zone anymore because you put it on yourself to stop pursuing that girl. To me, it's really as simple as that when it comes to the friend zone, but that's not really what this video is about. Now, more to my main point, oftentimes when it comes to picking life partners or people who you see serious potential in, girls, they usually don't know what they want as quick as guys. For us guys, we can hang out with a girl for like a week and be like, yep, future wife right there. She's perfect, her face, her hair, her personality, she makes me smile, she makes me laugh. I love this woman. When do I get to put a ring on it? Because I want her to be mine right now. On the other hand, she's like, I've only known this dude for a week. So she's not even thinking down the road like that yet. She's very early on in the game in terms of where she sees you down the line. The great thing about enjoying and embracing the friendship process is that it allows the two of you to get to know each other really organically and naturally with no pressure. For example, back in the day when I was still friends with Dinty, we started friends and she was my girlfriend, then we got engaged and now we're married. Now we have 3 children, 2 dogs, 1 cat to be specific. But back in the day when I was friends with Dinty, I was really enjoying the dynamic of that friendship, even though I developed feelings way before she did back for me, because I just had a good time hanging around her and there was no need for me to like try to escalate the situation. It was still fun. If you like spending time with her, do it, but without pressure. And what this is gonna do is a couple of things. First, it allows you to both get to know each other in such an authentic and natural way. Kind of touched on that already. But because you're friends, neither of you are trying to impress the other. Neither of you, it's like you're hanging out with a friend. So you get to see who the person really is. And number 2, it allows the girl the necessary time that it often takes for her to realize that, wow, actually, maybe I actually do like this guy. Or at the very least, be more willing to explore what that might look like. Obviously, you need to use some of your own common sense. You don't want to wait around forever, because if it's not going to happen, it's just not meant to be. But use that intuition that you have in yourself and don't try to rush the process, basically. Allow that friendship, but be smart about it at the same time and don't kid yourself. But the great thing about a relationship that stems from a friendship is that it is the best way to know to the best extent possible how compatible you guys will be into the future. Relationships ideally are a long haul type of situation. It gives you that time to hang out without the pressure, to know if you're really compatible on a non-superficial layer. So yes, I'm obviously not saying that every friendship with a woman is going to blossom into something romantic, but not enough guys realize the true value that a friendship foundation actually has. Now next up, you know what is super low effort? Not focusing on her at all. Pretty easy to do, right? Now hear me out. If all you do day in and day out is fantasize about your crush, like when's the next time I'm gonna see her? When's the next time that we're gonna get to hang out? Should I send her a message right now? Or is right now not a good time? What is this? She sent me this back. What does that mean? Why am I freaking out? What ends up happening is that you expend so much mental energy thinking about someone else that you stop focusing on yourself. What you gotta do is reshift that perspective and put all that energy back into yourself. yourself. And I know it's not easy when you got someone that you like. If you find yourself thinking about a girl too much and it's taking up time out of your day, like too much time, just start thinking, what can I do to make myself better? What can I do to become a more desirable person? The kind of person that would attract the girls that I'm into. And if you start thinking about this, it's gonna do two things. Number one, it's gonna actually help take your mind off of that girl 24/7. That's just healthy. And of course, you'll still be thinking about her if you like her, okay? But not in such a helpless way. It's going to reprioritize success and happiness that you do actually have control over in the present, in the here and now. And you know, girls are way more into guys that have their own thing going. They can 100% recognize the difference between a guy who's helplessly in love and a guy who is focused and ambitious on improving his own circumstances, on his own character, on making himself, you know, stuff that he's into, not because he's doing it for someone else, but he's doing it for himself. And number two, I touched on this a little, but working on yourself makes you way more of an eligible partner. If you've got substance and hobbies that aren't girl focused, you become way more of an option because girls see that you got some good stuff going on for yourself. And finally, let's talk about the mindset shift. We all experience heartbreak, okay? It's inevitable. You've either already experienced it or you're going to experience it. I'm sorry, I gotta be the bearer of bad news. So here's what you need to understand and accept. If you have really given it your best go with a girl and it's just not reciprocated, she's just not into you, it's time to let go and really understand that she's not for you. But some other girl out there is. And this can be a really freeing thought if you really subscribe to it. You've got to stop expending energy in simp-like behavior and just let go of what needs to be let go. Listen, it's human nature to get knocked down, but it's also just as much human nature to pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. Do what you gotta do, be proactive, of course, you know, if there is a girl that you like, but just don't be creepy, allow nature to take its course, and definitely don't force or rush anything just because you feel like you want it right now. Trust me, I understand the feeling. It's like, it's now or never, but it really isn't. Give it some space, okay? That's kind of the main point of this video. If there's any of you single Pringles out there trying to mingle and dingle, well, take some of this advice on board and know that, you know, you're probably a stellar dude. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're a new person watching, and I'll see everybody next time.